Ladies and gentlemen, you each have the right to a jury trial, the right to present evidence, the right to confront the evidence against you, and the right to remain silent. No, that's my day speech. Seriously, though, Vice Provost Steve Neer, Director Jeff Day, honored faculty, former Orange County Mayor Teresa Jacobs, who I was honored just a moment ago to meet, and most importantly, our graduates of National Louis University and Argosy University, the folks we come here to honor. When Executive Director Jeff Day asked me to serve as the commencement speaker, I thought about some truly inspiring message for you that you could use each day, pass on to your children and your grandchildren. For as graduates of National Louis University and Argosy University, you and your loved ones have much to embrace with great pride. But as I thought about all the great lessons of life, I pondered and suddenly reached the conclusion that everything you need to know about life at this point with respect to your future is summed up by perhaps the greatest philosopher of all time, the great and wise Dr. Seuss. No, I'm not going to surprise you with some rendition of Green Eggs and Ham, for I am not as vociferous as Sam I am. No, for today's commencement, I chose to follow the script given us by Dr. Seuss in his wonderful work, Oh, the Places You'll Go. For those of you using APA, that's paren Seuss, comma, 1990, close paren, period. The summary given us by the great doctor gives advice in rhyme for proceeding in life, weathering fear, loneliness, and confusion, and being in charge of your actions. But before I begin, let me don the appropriate attire. This may be the only time you see a sitting circuit court judge wearing this hat. The good doctor begins with the following. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own. And you know what you know, and you are the guy or gal who'll decide where to go. How appropriate that Dr. Seuss summarizes each of your great abilities, given both your business and your personal accomplishments to date. You have been endowed by God, our Creator, with the intellect and determination which have served you well, bringing you to this great height and graduation. And now you must continue to make decisions with the help of your leaders, mentors, and your loved ones, of course, that will continue to shape your lives and guide you on this wondrous adventure of life. Dr. Seuss continues, you'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. Many of you are probably like me at my advanced age of 65 years. I've always had a plan for my life and career, but that plan didn't always work out. So I discovered that God had some other plan for me and for our family. I discovered that I had to keep moving forward and make things happen. I needed to take chances that would help me overcome life's challenges. I realized then that despite my plan for my life, as Stephen Colbert once said, life is an improvisation. You have no idea what's going to happen next, and you are mostly just making things up as you go along. How true, because as Dr. Seuss continues with his rendition of life's plan, out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. Who would have thought just a few short months ago that the students from Argosy University would be embraced by Dr. Megahead and National Louis University. Your brothers and sisters from Argosy are here to join you, the graduates of National Louis University, to stand proudly by your side. And I stand here in great admiration for National Louis University and its no soldier left behind attitude. For each of you filled with optimism and hope this day, you will one day face adversity. My words to you today, and this is important, don't ever let your fears or momentary despair overwhelm your dreams and your desires. Vanquish those internal barriers that we all face, those self-doubts and fears of failure in the game of life. As Dr. Seuss goes on to state, I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So, be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. The good doctor reminds each of us that we, and most importantly, those that we mentor, and you folks have the responsibility to pay it forward, to help those behind you as they suffer to overcome any self-doubts or barriers. Because that's what life's all about, and that's what leaders do, and you are each leaders in your own right. As leaders, we must face both our own diversity and that of those around us. It is up to you to shoulder not only your own burden, but those that we love and care for. That is the challenge for you as graduates of National Louis University and Argosy University. But know this, at the heart of this great resilience that we all strive for is a belief in not only yourself, but also a belief in something much larger. We must strengthen our inner selves and transcend the pain and grief that we see in others and experience ourselves. And how can we do this? In large part, we each succeed because we keep good company. As I look around this great hall, I see strong leaders of proven character and academic skills. But Dr. Seuss continues, and will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Jeff Day, or Bixby or Bray, or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. The good doctor has these inspiring words for each of us, and I recommend that each of you purchase a copy of this great work. And they have a graduation keepsake edition, which I wasn't aware of, but my wife found at the bookstore, which has places for all of your loved ones to sign and put inspiring messages. So read this book as you adjust your goals. Read it to your loved ones, your children, and as I do to your grandchildren every time I'm blessed to see them. Dream large, both individually and for your families, and pursue those dreams each day, knowing that there are many that you will meet in life that will support your dreams and aid you in your endeavors. And more importantly, those that you can help and mentor with the same advice. May God bless each of you as you go in peace. Thank you very much. I am going to take a little liberty and present this copy of this great work to your executive director of the Tampa campus, Jeff Day. Sir.
Thank you, sir. Hold on, don't take that.